my friends, we meet again. It's been a while. Where should we begin? I believe, all saw my video about Roland S1. But now, let's dig deeper. You think you know the Roland S1? Think again. This isn't just SH-101 clone. It's a hidden masterpiece with a surgical synthesis engine that was never supposed to be this cheap. Roland's engineers snuck a powerhouse in this thing right under your nose. Hidden beneath its toy-like shell lies a hidden technology that even the flagships sometimes can't touch. Bros, we've all been sleeping on this one-of-a-kind monster, and it's time to wake up. Filters, LFOs, and even P-locks is cool and dandy, but soon you got bored. Then, to save y'all, I pull out my secret weapon. I go into the chop menu and start rewiring the waveform itself. The chop function creates gaps in the main oscillator, where the sub-oscillator or another oscillator leaks through. Simply put, I carve out chunks of the waveform and S1 fills those gaps with the remaining sound, let's say square or the sub or even noise. And of course you can choose how strong the leakage is. This chop stuff works inside the oscillator. It's not even a modulation, it's a structural rebuilding of the sound with 16 switches. Or buttons in our case. You don't modulate, you operate the wave itself. On the fly, mind you. You want one hole filled with a big sound? No problems. You want to feel 8 out of 16 with subtle ones? Here you go. Show me one synth that can do it and cost less than $200. I got it for 120. Yup, there's nothing like it, even in the higher weight classes, unless you go to Waldorf territory. But if you have like 5 grand to buy it, what are you doing here? Come on. Now let's dive into history. Why this thing is so powerful? It's really kinda easy. Remember the System 1M? It launched in around 700s, I believe, and that was just the brain. To make it actually sing in a modular setup, you needed your RX stands, cases, power supplies, and other modules, effects modulators. The final bill easily climbed over 2 grand. So of course it was not popular. The System 1M ran on an early version of ACB technology. And we have this one in here too. Of course System 1M had physical patch points. S1 doesn't have patch holes, but thanks to chop function, you get the same level of under the hood access. The guy who did it, his name was, let me read it, Atsushi Matsui. So this guy's team basically took the best from those half-forgotten digital modular projects and compressed them into S1. And the lead visionary, of course, was Junichi Miki. We all know that. No surprises here. How far can you push it? Let us find out. Now let's go even deeper into technical specs. This toy runs a specialized chip tailored to one specific model, ACB 4101 that is. And this allowed the engineers to hack into this, into this core, make some weird calculation, and create their own algorithm. In universal Roland sense, even with ACB, but the ACB models who emulate a lot of synthesizers, sometimes like all of them, their oscillator structure is much more rigid. You can't get it there. It's ironic the cheapest device in Roland current lineup turned out to be the most innovative. They gave us a toy, but we ended up with an instrument that outperforms flagships. Let us behold two small friends, and how they work together. After all, they were meant to work together, right? Sad thing about this is that, as usual, Roland dropped the ball on this one too, as they did in many other situations. I can just picture this thing. Old school Japanese engineers sitting there meticulously calculating algorithms and harmonics for the chop function, hoping it will be the next big thing in synthesis. And then the marketing department walks in and says, "Look, it's too complicated. Let's make gimmick gyroscope a big deal." And a mediocre emulation of the SH101, which nobody even was asking for. And they made these gimmicky things main goal, put that front and center. Meanwhile, chop is buried deep in the menus, described as something boring, almost like a utility, like settings on the level of the keyboard filter. I mean, why? Okay, let's listen to some music I made of it. the verdict. Let's not waste a lot of words here because, like I already said, everything that I wanted to say about it and made all the music I wanted to do with it for today's video. As users, we can really feel the blood, sweat and tears of the engineers who made this thing. You know, when a device feels like punching above its weight, it's a clear indication of a, you know, this term, heroic engineering. And you can feel it right here in this tiny box. I feel it every time I use it. I mean, come on. And if you have modulation fatigue like I do, it's time to grab this one until it's too late. See you next time.